Good day. Welcome to another series of Chemistry Just Got Easier with the Tutors. In today's class, we are going to be talking about empirical and molecular formula. So we are going to look at these two things one after the other. What is empirical formula? Empirical formula shows the simplest whole number ratios of atoms present in a compound. For example, if you have C2H6. Now, C2H6, this is actually not the empirical formula. Now, I can actually simplify this C2H6 to 2 year 1, H year 2 year 3. That is CH3. We can see that this is actually the simplest form in which C2H6 can be written. So, empirical formula shows the simplest whole number ratios of atoms present in a compound. Now, if you are asking what is the ratio of carbon to hydrogen in this formula, carbon here is 1 and hydrogen here is 3. So, the ratio of carbon to hydrogen is 1:3. So, empirical formula shows the simplest whole number ratios of atoms present in a compound. Now, while molecular formula is the formula which shows the actual number of atoms of each kind of atoms present in the molecule. Now, for instance, going back to C2H6 ethane. Now, in C2H6, we were able to simplify it into what? CH3. But having CH3 does not mean this CH3 is not telling us the exact number of atoms present in ethane. Now, this C2H6 is telling us that in A, we have 2 atoms of carbon and we have 6 atoms of hydrogen. So it can be said that the empirical formula is a simpler form of the molecular formula. Okay, let's see. The molecular formula in a compound is a whole number multiple of its empirical formula. What does this mean? Let's see. We have the empirical formula to be C2H6. We have the molecular formula to be C2H6, so MF for molecular formula, and we have the empirical formula to be CH3, EF for empirical formula. How do we get the empirical formula to be CH3? We actually simplify the molecular formula by dividing this by 2 year 1 to 2 year 3. So it means that to get the molecular formula from CH3, so the molecular formula will be equals to CH3 into bracket 2. So 2 times 1, remember this, if you don't have not it means 1 atom. 2 times 1, that is what? C2, 3 times 2, H6. So we can therefore say that molecular formula is equals to what? The multiple of the empirical formula of a compound. So in the next class, we are going to be taking examples on empirical formula and molecular formula. Thank you for listening. See you in the next class.